This is Paul. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. What? Yeah. I got to thinking about these Christian schools and Christian universities. And the question of using public funds for private or sectarian educational purposes. The expenses of education have risen. Many private schools are seeking public funds to survive. Some courts are willing to help with the public made available to all with no discrimination. I wanted to go through all the private schools. Many of them are Christian schools, and I know they get financial aid from Fafsa. I myself had gotten financial aid when I was attending private school. And I had emailed Northwest University's president and a number of their faculty, and I had wondered why it is that the civil rights of American citizens are not being enforced when private schools receive Treasury money. Now, I was one of these students that was older when I got to Northwest. I think I got a Pell Grant or multiple Pell Grants because I was low income and I was an independent student. Yes. But as I understand it, to receive any Treasury funds for higher education, you have to enforce the civil rights of those that attend higher education. Now, I'm just going to need the FAFSAs of every student that has attended any private school that has to have ATS certification that they fit the doctrinal statement of those schools that are religious in orientation. Now, if you could get me all the FAFSAs for the last 40 years, I'd like to know how much Treasury money has been spent from each state and the federal government. Because I will sue every private school, every private Christian school that does know that my civil rights are being violated. And I will sue them because they didn't enforce the civil rights when their income was dependent upon state and federal funds. Now I'm going to want those civil rights today. I'm going to want to know every Christian school that received any state or federal monies so that their students could go to school. In fact, could you get me the FAFSAs of every student in every school everywhere in the nation that received any financial aid, subsidized or unsubsidized loans? Stafford loans, isn't that what they used to call them? Yeah. Now, there is a condition of being able to receive any sort of public financing to operate any school of higher education, that you have to have the enforcement of the civil rights of every American citizen. Now, there are some schools that say, well, you didn't attend school here, but as an American citizen, that Bill of Rights says, I'm going to call you back.